Let everybody know, everybody's out here representing my best friend, Ben Schoolfield. February 7th, 1994, he was shot and killed by police. So now we come together every year and represent his memory. We come together peacefully, we get in the park. I got 16 teams, this is the 16th year. And right now what we try and do is just send that message to these kids, man, that the decisions you make can lead to your demise, so you gotta be vigilant and conscious of every decision. We trying to steer these kids from the path that we was on. You understand? And we've been successful. We got some success stories right on the court. We got kids that have been on to play in college. Every year they anticipate playing in this tournament. It's the best inner city tournament in Springfield. But you know, right now, 16 years, to go viral, document the time, it's important. I'm JB, the co-founder is Al B, Sergeant Harris in the Hampton County Correctional Department, also best friend of Ben. So you know, I just want to say thanks for everybody coming out. I appreciate my man Troy coming out here with the equipment, because this right here is going to make it immortal. You know, Ben, you going to live forever. Real. And I would throw up an A, but it ain't about that no more. But you know, we is old school and you know where we come from, so you know.
All right. Anything else you want to add or say before we conclude? Just say, tell me something about the city of Springfield and the hood and ghetto. Tell me a little bit about the Ave and whatever.
Well, you know, obviously back in the days, you know, we grew up on the Ave. So everybody, you know, we was over on Pendleton, Eastern Avenue. And I mean, everybody else came from their respective neighborhood. Now it's evolved where they call these kids gangs, but it's really just the street they live in. It's really just the neighborhood. It's territorial. You know what I mean? They try to depict them. Listen, things been going on forever. These generations got more access to guns. They got more access to this ammo. And they're less willing to put these up. You understand? They wasn't trained like we was trained, where you fight first. You understand? They hiding behind that gun, and ain't none of them got no heart. They all soft, they all punks by themselves, and they all crying to get out of it, they just don't know how. And see, I don't want none of these young brothers to throw their life away because they don't want to be labeled a hater. You know what I mean? And that's what's going on out here, because they all our babies. All these kids is somebody that you know's baby. Rest in peace, Tyrell Wheeler. That was my man's baby. You understand? 16 years old. You understand? So as we celebrate this 16th year, it's taking on an added complexity, because we mourn the loss of another young life close. You understand? So that's what we trying to do, man. The older dudes that left these streets in peril for these young ones. The older dudes that laid down some of this ignorant concrete that they walking on right now. The ones that have evolved, like myself, Al, and a few others, we feel obligated to come back and let them know. You don't have to, young brother. You ain't got to do it. Because I had old dudes help me, and I'm going to help my young dudes. You understand? And I hope you get some confessionals from some of my youngsters that know. Bizzle gave them a positive direction. Bizzle gave them a positive, you know, person to look up to. Not the hustler, the pimp, the player. They looked up to me as the recovering thug that went to college, got my degree, that works right now. You understand? Managing millions of dollars, making, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of income generated every month. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, that's all we trying to do is use us as an example. You understand? Because they got the other examples right in front of them. Two places you're going to go in this game. You're going to die or you're going to go to jail. It ain't changed since I was in this game. It hasn't changed. It ain't nothing changed in the street but the names, the locations, or the vices. So it's been going on. It's a cycle of life. So what we going to do, we going to try to break that. And the Schoolfield Classic is a good platform to start. But one thing beautiful about the Schoolfield is through the years, we've had some tension and acrimony from opposing neighborhoods. Well, they've been able to come here, sort it out, get on the hard court, and play basketball. You understand? Neighborhoods that have serious felonious murders in between them have been on the court simultaneously, playing against each other in the Schoolfield Classic in the past 15 years, okay? We've been able to make everybody understand at the end of the day, they're gonna look at all you young brothers the same way, and they're gonna judge you by what a few does, okay, just because you're part of the generation. So what your obligation is, so what your responsibility is to be different. You understand? You gotta change. Because when they see you and your pants is down around your ass, butt cheeks exposed, when they see you walking around with all the niggerants, guess what? You're limiting your own options. You understand? Because the access is there to the American dream. But the fact that they can get it out in the street, it stifles going to school and getting it the right way. You see, I'm from a generation that's introduced way too early to instant gratification. And it's a lot to come back from. But we out here, I'm gonna be out here till my voice is gone, letting them know it ain't like that. Wrapping it up, I just want to say this has always been a breeding ground of love. 15 years we ain't had one problem where the police had to been called, not one time. Despite the acrimony and tensions in the street, despite the disagreements, we've never had an incident at the Schoolfield requiring anybody but my security. You understand? And that's real. That's real. So I just like to thank everybody for coming out and welcome everybody next year, because we're not done. I want to give big ups to Pedagogy Productions, okay? Danny Coles for coming out here and documenting this, you understand? Because the future generations ain't gonna know what we did unless someone like that.